up, guys? I am.
What's up?
You guys doing all right? I'm meeting with Keith and I'm meeting with Makuach right now, and we're just kind of checking in a little bit to see how the off season's going. Let's start with at least on my screen. I don't know how your guys' screen is looking, but at least on my screen, top video box is Makuach. So Makuach, why don't you tell me just a little bit about kind of what you've been up to this off season? Because it's been a weird one, man. Where are you right now, and what have you been up to?
Yeah, right now I'm still in Albuquerque, just staying here. I plan to go back home, but there's regulations that are going on in Australia that it makes it like kind of hard to go back and see my family straight away. So I'm hoping those regulations get restricted and I can go back and spend time with my family. But right now I'm just in Albuquerque, just video games and just chilling out.
Just like the rest of us, right? Trying not to go a little bit stir crazy and get too bored, I would guess.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm like pretty bored at the moment, but
Yeah.
what can you do? Just
You aren't the only one, man.
Distract me.
You aren't the only one. Since you're doing a lot of video games and a lot of movie watching, Netflix or streaming or whatever, what's your go-to right now? What go-to video game and what's your go-to kind of what have you been watching a lot of?
I play 2K and FIFA. Right now, those are my two main games. I play like online with my friends back at home, so I stay up late and go to bed late, and wake up late, and kind of do the same thing. It's kind of like eating me alive, but nothing you can do about it.
What about you, Keith? What have you been up to? You've been keeping yourself from going a little bit stir crazy. Sounds like you're in the gym right now. You're able to get some
yeah, my cousin, he has access to a gym, so I was able to get some work in. But
very cool.
I'm inside the house, man. Like McQuarrie playing the game as well. And I didn't want to say it, but I will definitely beat him in 2K.
Yeah.
I'll beat him in 2K. But,
who is the best on the team? I know who the best talker is, but who's the best on actual video game player on the team?
I don't know, because there's so many games. It just depends on what game we are playing. Now, 2K, I'm not going to lie. Quad 2K and Zane, he real good. He's really good. I ain't going to lie. But as far as, like, GTA and Call of Duty, I'm the guy. That's me.
Hey, Makuach, when you play video games with Keith, how hard is it, if he's winning, how hard is it when he starts talking? Because I know he can talk with the best of them. So how hard is it to put up with when he's beating you at video games?
I mean, Keith is only gonna talk, so you just gotta let him talk and just try and beat him. So once if I'm winning, then the talking goes down.
Yeah, that's the key, right?
Yeah, you just gotta win. Make sure he doesn't beat you because the talking keeps going on for days.
It's only one game that he destroys me, and that's FIFA.
Yeah,
like he has fun in FIFA. I'm not gonna lie, like he has his way. But 2K it's 50-50.
Is that about right, Makuach? You agree with that? You got him in FIFA, but 2K is about 50-50?
Yeah, 2K, yeah. He's right.
All right. So what have you guys been doing workout-wise? Keith, I know it sounds like you're able to get some shots up and stuff like that. I know the team's done some of these Zoom kind of stuff with Tyler and all that. Is it a lot of just self kind of motivation? You got to do it on your own, or have you been able to get with anybody in any kind of way to work out and kind of keep in shape?
I honestly, people have been telling me like, yeah, you need to just try to stay in shape. We have access. That's why I'm here right now. So like, my family's making sure that I'm staying in shape, but being safe as well. As far as working out, we definitely do the Zoom, and I try to lift a little bit of weights whenever I can, but for the most part, just trying to stay in shape and stay ready for whenever it's time again.
Yeah. For me, I try work out by myself in my apartment. Not a lot you can do, but I try and go and run. I try to go outside and run, and try just keep my stamina up to where it should be. Like I know it's not gonna be where I want it to be, but just doing something to make sure you're not just sitting at home doing nothing.
Is it frustrating? I mean, is this frustrating? I know we're all going through the same thing. I know there's a certain level of newness and a little bit of frustration and boredom for all of us, but you two are going into your senior year. Like, is there a little bit of frustration that it isn't the kind of off season so far anyway that maybe you guys would have wanted it to be?
For sure.
Yeah, I would say so. For me, it's like, especially being in the year, it's hard. Like we had so many goals after the season that we wanted to accomplish before the next season started. But it's nothing you could do right now. You just gotta stay home and stay safe. For the better of everyone else. I mean, you can't be selfish during this time and try to like say like, I gotta get better and do this because the time will come. I think when the time comes, you can continue with your work. But right now, you just gotta stay safe and stay home.
Same with you, a little bit of frustration.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna lie. It's you can't even. For me, I can't go nowhere without like getting sprayed in the face. It's annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Like the disinfectant spray is starting to get really annoying, But everything being closed is just a major shutdown. It's just different, It definitely is in a way. Like Clark said, we had so much planned because next week we got a lot of new faces coming in. We got like pretty much a whole new team for us. So it's a lot of work that we want to get done, and this is just in the way.
I know this is sort of a situation that all seniors and all college programs are going to be facing. What do you guys kind of feel you need to do to get the advantage, if any? Like, how do you guys look at this? Because obviously Utah State seniors, San Diego State seniors, Fresno State seniors, they're all going to have to go through this too. Is there anything you guys see that you guys can kind of take from this offseason and try and make it to your advantage in any way? Or is it just work as hard as you can, as whatever the circumstances are? What advantage can you gain? Is there any? Or you guys just have to work harder than everybody going through the same stuff?
I think the rest right now, just giving your body a rest. But when the times come back on, like you said, it's just all about work, putting in the time.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that. In a sense, I'm still trying to take the advantage though. Like for instance, me being able to get in the gym, I feel like that's a little advantage I have over a few people. I'm just trying to take whatever I can get, honestly, to be ready for next season. So
for the two of you specifically, you guys, there's 3 seniors on next year's team right now. I don't know, still 2 spots open. Who knows what's going to happen with what those 2 final spots are. But the 3 seniors on the team, you guys all are going to be key members. There's not like a senior that's going to be sitting on the bench next year. You 3 are going to be very key to next year's team. But what the team probably needs from you more than anything is leadership. And I know I've talked with Paul about that. I've talked with the coaches about that. They're going to need you guys to be leaders. You guys are very different people, though. So I want to ask each of you. I'll start with you, Makuach. What does like the leadership role mean to you? What do you have to do to be a leader next year? And then Keith, I'll get you with the same. Is like, what does that mean when coach tells you he needs leadership out of you? What does that mean to you?
To me, leadership is very important. I mean, I've been here for this is my 4th year, obviously, but I think I just gotta lead by example. I mean, the last year I don't think I was a good leader at all. I can't be quiet anymore. I gotta get out of my comfort zone and go at guys and tell people like this, if you're doing this, then this is wrong. Because there's no time. Like I thought, the last 3 years, I thought I could sit back and let the other guys lead, but now I'm in my last year, so I just gotta go out there and lead and tell people like, this is what it is. Get people to the gym, work hard, because we haven't won anything. So, and our record has not been good the last since I've been here. So I just gotta go out there and lead by example and tell guys what it is.
What about you, Keith? What do you need? What is leadership? Like, what's your leadership role?
Yeah, for me, my leadership is gonna have to be I can't be that goofy, energetic guy, like the playful guy that I was before. It's gonna be I know some people might be mad, but it's gonna be a switch. I'm gonna have to, mature a little bit, get serious, and like what I said, I gotta lead by example. Like younger guys coming in, like let them know, like, nah, you probably shouldn't do that. Like, let's go shoot, and just being, a good role model for them.
Both of you guys kind of just described your leadership as something that you haven't necessarily done so much in the past. So I'm curious if flipping that switch, if doing something that's out of your comfort zone, if that in any way you think is going to take you away from what you're good at.
Oh, no, I don't think so. If anything, I think it could honestly make us like better players. I think we can learn a lot, gain from it. So, just being able to be considered a captain or a leader, that's major. So definitely would like to have that.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna take any like me out of my comfort zone and what I'm good at. But like if I put in the work, then like my game is gonna take care of itself. But the leadership thing, I just needed to like take a different approach to it, and just be honest with people and tell people this is like it's now or never. Cause like
that's what it is.
I always tell Emmanuel because when he came here last year, I said, man, like he's gonna go 5, and like now he's like, damn, I'm already in my second year. So you just gotta try and take advantage of the opportunity and not let it slip.
Well, let me touch on that a little bit. You talked about, telling them to enjoy it while you can because it is going to go fast. You're about to go into year 4 here, Keith. You're about to go into year 3 here. You guys have both been in college for the same amount of time, but Keith, you had the 1 year somewhere else. Are you guys a little bit? Has it set in yet that man, there's only one more go round?
I mean, yeah, I'm like it's been hitting me a lot, especially with the Michael Jordan, the Chicago Bulls thing coming out.
You guys got your last dance coming up now.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about it. So I was like, wow, this is really the last dance. Okay, so yeah, like I said, just trying to get better and just be a good role model. Honestly, we're gonna lead this team. Me and Quash can do it for sure. It's really not. I don't think it's gonna be a problem for us. We got a good group of guys. We got some good seniors. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, for me, it has not sunk in for sure. I remember like my first day here, and now I'm a senior, and I'm like, the leader of the team. So, it just kind of like he's told me like, after this year, the new opportunities coming, and life is really fast. Like, so you got to take advantage of every opportunity you have.
How's school going for both of you guys? I know things have changed up a little bit as far as athletes go. You guys have been taking online classes for a while though, so maybe there wasn't as much of a shift for you guys. But I'm curious, how has finishing up this spring semester been, and has it been difficult, or is it just were you guys kind of already in that mode already with online classes?
We're already like used to it, so just kind of already in the mode.
Yeah, I think like we're used to it. Like now, it's like there's so much time in our hands, so like
so much time.
Yeah, like nothing. Like for me, I try and just sit there and do my schoolwork so I can waste time. So it's just come to like we've done it before. It's nothing new.
All right, let me ask you some things about the league and kind of going into next year. There were a couple off-season moves around the league that are big. Malachi Flynn, he's going to he declared for the NBA draft. Nehemias Queta, the center for Utah State, said he's coming back. Those are 2 teams that the rest of us in the media, the rest of the people that watch the rest of the league are going to look at and say those 2 teams are going to be favorites again, and they probably should be favorites. But what do you guys have to do to get back in that conversation? What does UNM have to do to make a run at Utah State and San Diego State, who've really been the 2 teams the last couple of years?
You got to play. Go ahead, you got it. I said, go ahead, you got it.
Yeah, I think like people are like obviously gonna look at those 2 teams and say like they're the best. So, and we like being the underdog, to be honest. So like people are gonna be like, they're not gonna look for much, and they're gonna be like, we lost a lot of talent, but we still got heart. We got people, basketball players. So we just, to me, honestly, I don't really worry about like what team is the best and who's gonna be here or whatnot. We just gotta focus on, on our training and working as hard as possible to make us, better players. And when the time comes to play them, we should be ready. There's nothing to fear, and you're just gonna go out there and play hard. And I think we got the talent, we got the group, and it just comes to hard work at the end of the day. So if we work and put in the time in the summer, like right now it's late, but we're basketball players at the end of the day, and we got pride too. So we're gonna come out and play.
Yeah, agree with Quats. Like I said, it's gonna be kind of like when we played Nevada, 2 seasons ago. No one expected us to win, and then we just played so hard that we won. I think if we have that mindset every game, like from the jump, then we'll be ready. Like I said, it's no one to fear. They play basketball just like us, and it's not like we can't beat them. So anything can happen in basketball.
and some of that leadership, I guess you guys were both talking about, is on you guys to make sure that stays that way, where you're not beating in Nevada one game and then losing the next 2 or 3. Like you guys have to make sure those next 2 or 3 don't happen, kind of.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it comes with maturity, to be honest. Because, like, you know, we sometimes we go on too high, and then sometimes we just drop. And we've got to be mature enough and disciplined enough to, like, maintain, not go too low. But, you know, we have ups and downs. We know that. But we're gonna try not to, like, drop too low, and, you know, when we're winning, not to, you know, go too high. So I think we just gotta maintain and stay disciplined, and not, you know, because right now we're a mature group, and we're gonna try and maintain and win games, and not, you know, go crazy when we beat a good team, or because we you know, we can beat anybody.
Let me hit you guys and wrap up. Kind of start wrapping this up with some sort of rapid fire, quick answer kind of things. Best place to play is, you know, I'm not even going to ask you guys. Other than the pit, I will ask you, best place to play in the Mountain West Conference. Or because you play them every year, I'll include New Mexico State in that. So New Mexico State, the Pan Am Center, or any Mountain West venue, the best place to play and why.
I'm not going to lie to you. San Diego State.
Why?
It's and Lobo fans, I love y'all into the pit.
Oh, the pit's the first answer. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But it's like, it's just I guess you could say, fake upscale pit. It's like, it's just like the pit's, like, you know, it's round. So they got a lot of seats. The lighting and the color is just beautiful to me. Like, I love the lighting. I love how the arena is set up. Like, it's just a big bowl. Like, and it's pretty neat. So
it is the most similar to the pit in how it's constructed, like a big bowl.
Yeah, I like it.
I have to.
Go ahead, Makuach.
I have to say Utah State for me.
Yeah.
Like, that place, the fans are loud, and no matter if they're losing, they're down, like, and it feels like every time they make a layup, it could be like easy, like, you know, easy layup, and the whole place goes crazy. And, like, they're very supportive fans, and, like, it has to be Utah State for me. And they gave us trouble, like, the last time I haven't won there, so, and I haven't won at Utah at a lot of places in Mountain West, but Utah State for sure.
Well, those are the 3 best, I think, from even beyond the Mountain West scope. People around the country know of the Mountain West. Those are the 3 best places I think most people think of is the Spectrum there at Utah State, VA House Arena at San Diego State, and of course the pit. I would say that the one thing that the one place that some people think of around the country is UNLV in the Thomas and Mack Center. But the reality is, like, they've kind of gone through some struggle years, and their attendance isn't what it once was. But what is it like playing at the Thomas and Mack Center, since it is where the tournament is?
I mean, I like it. It's really nice. But, like, I wanted to say this, and I don't think I get in trouble for it. I just don't like the smell sometimes.
All right.
You know, it's like a smoky smell, I guess you could say.
I mean, in all honesty, Las Vegas has kind of, they allow smoking in all the casinos and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
People actually said, yeah.
Yeah, that's what, it throws me off. But Vegas, I love Vegas. Vegas is a very nice place. They got a very nice arena, too. It's like NBA status, for sure. But I'll pass.
I would just say, like, it's very spacious, like, it's massive, and, you know, I love playing there. But, like you said, like, the last couple of years, they haven't been able to fill the whole, and obviously very big arena. But compared to somewhere like San Diego State, the pit, or Utah State, I think, like, Thomas and Mack is up there, but I just think, like, they've been struggling a little bit for the past couple of years. Like, so, like, it's kind of empty sometimes. But I love the arena. I love playing there. I think it's a good place.
All right, let me ask you to focus on your guys' team now. A couple guys that aren't either one of you, or I guess Keith, you could talk about Makuach if you want. Makuach, you could talk about Keith if you want. But I'm looking for kind of one player next year that you guys think Lobo fans should look for, because he might do something that they haven't seen yet, or they might be a little bit surprised by what he brings to the court next year. Is there anybody that kind of comes to mind that you think hasn't really made his splash to Lobo fans yet, but they're about to see something that they'll be happy with?
It's actually a few people, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
I still feel like people haven't seen what Zane can really do.
All right.
I feel like we still haven't let him off the leash yet. So I would like to see that.
What are we going to see when that happens, though? Like when you say we haven't seen what he can do, what do you think Zane Martin can do?
I know for a fact he can control the game, like take like full control of the game. You know, like last year, I mean, he was able to, but not as often as he would like. You know, to be able to take control, and I would love to see him, you know, really take control this year. Like I know he can. And Emmanuel Quach, he's gonna do some things. I know he's working. I know for a fact Tavian Percy is working as well. So, yeah.
Those are some people that you think Lobo fans next year are going to see something they haven't seen yet.
A little bit.
Yep. McQuatch, anybody do you kind of stand out?
I have I just think my young guys, to be honest, like Emmanuel, Kurt.
Oh, Kurt too. Kurt, I forgot about Kurt.
Yeah, Tavian. I just feel like the guys that haven't got the opportunity to play, because at the end of the day, everyone can play. And the last year they've been they haven't played much. So I feel like those guys, the young guys, have something to prove.
Very cool. You guys obviously are at some point. We're all coming back to Albuquerque. McQuatch, you're here. I'm here, obviously. When you guys do get back and you guys start working out again, how competitive is this group with each other? I mean, is this a group that it's kind of all business and people understand it, or is this a group that kind of goes at it in practices? I'm not talking about starting fights or anything, but like, are you guys competitive with each other, or is it a little more kind of business-like? How is this group in terms of like those workouts?
I mean, we have to be competitive. There's no way around it. I mean, we can't be say it's all business, because when the game comes, people are gonna be physical. They're there to play. They just have the same thing. Like they run as much as us, and they do everything. So we can't just rely on gotta approach it as a business thing. We gotta be competitive. We gotta be tough. We gotta be physical, and we gotta be mentally sharp and on everything we do. And I think when the season comes, we gotta be able to do that, because we just can't rely on being nice guys and stuff like that, because that's gonna get you beat.
Yeah.
So with you, same with you with the competition. You guys need it in practice.
That's how you get better. Honestly, you bring the best out of people whenever they're mad. Like Michael Jordan did that to all his teammates, and you see what they did. And if we all had that Michael Jordan Mamba mentality, we can get better and grow.
All right, I will wrap it up with that, just since you mentioned him, and this will be the last one, since it's the kind of only sporting event going on right now, and it's been the last 2 weeks. The Last Dance. Have both of you guys been watching The Last Dance?
Yeah.
What do you guys? Are you guys learning something you didn't know, or did you guys kind of already know some of this? I know you guys are a different era. I don't want to go, old man here and get off my lawn kind of stuff, but this was before your guys' time. So I'm curious if you guys already knew about this. Did Brandon Mason talk about this all the time? Or you guys learning a little bit?
I didn't know that, they did that to Scottie Pippen, the whole 7-year thing. That's tough. That's tough. I did not know about that. But
he's like the 6th highest paid player on the team by the end of that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot of stuff about Michael Jordan and everybody, his teammates, coach, and how different the '90s was. It was tough, but being Scottie Pippen, I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for Mike, because Dennis Rodman and stuff like that. But I'm learning a lot of stuff, to be honest. And what amazed me is Michael Jordan was he was different.
Yeah, he was a little different. That's for sure.
It's his mental toughness is I've never seen in my life. It's just Scotty said he's not gonna play because of contract. He's okay, I'm still gonna go out here, get 60, get 40, and move on.
Something you guys think you can take from that and do that, the leadership you guys are talking about, some of that?
Yeah,
I'm definitely trying to against that.
Yeah, I feel because Mike, his mentality was if this guy went down, no one's gonna feel sorry for us. We still gotta go out there and perform. And that's his mindset. He didn't care. He was mentally tough. He's if guys gets because obviously there's gonna be ups and downs and stuff like that. But he was not with any nonsense, nothing. He just wanted to go out there and play and take care of business.
Awesome, guys. I appreciate this. I know Lobo fans are getting as stir crazy, in their houses as you guys are, and it's still just April. I know we still got a long time to wait, but I know Lobo fans are looking forward to hearing anything they can from you guys. As I sign off here, you guys want to say anything to Lobo fans about this offseason or about next season that maybe we didn't go over?
No, I just want to say stay home, stay safe, and see you next
Stay
season.
safe. Please stay safe. We
See you
need you
guys soon,
guys.
man.
Games. We need y'all there at the games. We need all energy. Please. Please. Go Bulls.
Go Bulls. Guys, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank